It's 9:17 right now. Think you'd never fall for a scam? Well, our next guest didn't think so, but it happened. He then made it his mission to help others.
Yeah, in his new book, Anatomy of a Con Artist, he shares tips on spotting scammers before they strike. So please welcome Emmy-winning TV producer and investigative journalist Johnathan Walton. Great to have you here, Johnathan.
Thank you so much for having me on.
So let's talk about this. You've been on both sides of it, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what happened?
Long story short, I got conned. It was a 4-year-long con by a woman who became my best friend, someone I considered to be like a sister to me. And she took me for almost 100 grand. And while she was scamming me over 4 years, she had dozens and dozens of other victims, dozens of other stories, like spinning plates. And I was none the wiser. You know, you meet that new boyfriend, new girlfriend, new friend, new coworker. She was a new neighbor. And she seemed so nice and sweet and giving and friendly and loving. And then, bam, I got conned. So since I got her, you know, I went to police, they turned me away. I started my own investigation, built a solid case, and eventually got her charged and convicted and sentenced to 5 years
How'd she
for
get
scamming
you, though?
me.
How'd she scam you?
I want to punch myself in the face when I say this out loud, but I was helping an Irish heiress get her inheritance. And it's much more nuanced than that, but that's the gist of it. She convinced me through some of these red flags I write about in the book that she was this damsel in distress. Her family had disowned her because they're trying to get her disinherited. At the time, you know, I'm gay and I'd come out and part of my family disowned me. So we bonded that way. And I say this in the book, con artists don't outsmart you, they outfeel you. They figure out what your buttons are, what you're missing in your life, and they become that, and they dangle it. Because when you're making decisions with your heart and not your head, you're going to get conned.
And that's what you did.
Yes, that's what all victims do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are some red flags then? Like that you may, looking back on it, been like, okay, there was one.
Oh yeah, and I have this moment all the time in my life. I look back and I'm like, knowing what I know now, would I have been able to spot her? And the answer is, within the first 10 minutes of talking to her, she's waving all the flags that she's a scammer. But if I don't point them out, you don't know what they are. Red flag number one, they offer to help you. You meet someone, they quickly figure out what your problem is, and they want to help. Luckily, they can help. And the help is fake. The help is a lie. But the idea of the help disarms you. Who doesn't love a helper? Another red flag a lot of con artists use, stories from faraway places. Stories from faraway places, they're hard to vet. Oh, I was on the Olympic team in France back in 1987. Like, off the top of your head, do you know if that's true or not? No. And human nature being what it is, if you can't prove something's false, you just accept it as true. You know, red flag number three, drama, drama, drama. This person you meet, they're offering to help you. They were too kind, too quick, which is another red flag. They got the stories from faraway places. They get you to care about them. And then the drama starts. Their lives are falling apart. Crazy things are happening. They have cancer. They need this. They need that. And by that point, you want to help them because you're close to them at this point. And you feel bad. You know, drama, drama, drama. So con artists are everywhere. I am not the only thing unique about me is that I'm talking. The vast majority of victims are silent. No, they don't go to police because of another red flag I write about. It's the red flag of TMI, too much information. So this con artist who's a professional, they start divulging their deep, dark secrets to you. And that does two things. Number one, it makes you think, wow, they must really think a lot of me to trust me. They trust me. And number two, I can trust them. But you can't because you're telling them your deep, dark secrets are real, theirs are fake. So by the time the con happens and the money exchanges hands months or sometimes years down the line, like in my case, victims don't want to go to police because the last thing in the world the victim wants is their deep, dark secrets ending up in a police report or a court transcript. So that's how it keeps the victims quiet, and the con artist goes to scam everyone in that victim's social circle. No one's talking about it, but I'm talking about it, and I wrote a book about it. And if you can read what these red flags are, you can spot the con artist a mile away.
Now you have something called beak wedding.
Yes, beak wedding is another red flag, which is a very powerful, powerful lure. A con artist, and I see this a lot in investment scams and some love scams, and certainly it happened to me, where the con artist will give you some money up front. If it's an investment scam, you'll see a return on your investment and think, this person is legit. I got money, it must be real. So when the ask keeps coming and there's more money involved down the line, you trust them. You trust them because you've got some money in your hands. Yeah, beak wedding. Car salesmen use it all the time, and different investment scams. Look at Bernie Madoff. His victims got money every month, and they'd put it back in because let it ride, and that's the trick.
So what's the first step, though? If you realize, oh my gosh, I think I'm getting scammed, what's the first step that we should take to kind of get out of it?
Well, if you realize you're being scammed and you haven't let the scammer know that you know what's going on, start gathering evidence, start recording phone calls, start getting videos, start trying to talk to other witnesses, try to get them on record lying to you to get money. Because when you go to police, they'll tell you it's not a crime because you gave them the money, but that's not true.
So don't let them know that you're on to them.
Don't let them know. Try to gather evidence. And when you gather your evidence and you're ready to go to police, you can't just go to police crying, I got scammed, because they don't care. You know, they got murders and rapes and serious crimes where people are bleeding. Those take precedence. So when you go to police, you need to prepare like you're going to give like a presentation in college, right? Like a 20-minute presentation. Gather your evidence. And the last 2 chapters of the book, I walk people through step by step what to do. You need to write up affidavits. You need to get witness statements. You need to organize your evidence. And when you get to police, you need to present it like Vanna White on Wheel of Fortune, you know, like put on a show. Pitching a criminal case to police is a lot like pitching a television show to a network executive. You got to make it sexy. You can't just go crying, they're going to turn you away. It happened to me. A lot of victims I help, initially they're turned away, but I send them back prepared and they get the report taken and an investigation started.
All very interesting stuff. You also have a podcast, Queen of the Con, but we're out of time, but I wanted to just mention it because you can listen to that as well where you're helping folks out. Great to have you here, Johnathan.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for putting it out there, too. His book, Anatomy of a Con Artist, is out now.